Welcome back. And we're going to do the grow fight here. We do not, for the grow fight, want everybody running around with a bunch of torches. So the booyags tend to cast grease, and that will mess up your day. So Gale is no longer good at dealing with most weapons, right? He's a sorcerer now. You can see with a shield in his hand, though, he's got an AC of 18, which is pretty good. Lizelle is a monk, and oddly enough, monk weapons are basically just anything that she is proficient with that is potentially one-handed, so one-handed or versatile. So a longsword is a monk weapon for Lizelle. Here, Asterion is still proficient with short swords, but he's also proficient with scimitars. And the same with Shadowheart. She's got martial weapon proficiency, so she can pick up whatever she wants in the way of weapons. So. And her attack adjustment is the same for strength and dexterity, just like Gale's used to be. We don't have hand crossbows, which would be the only upgrade from the crossbow that we've got. Asterion no longer proficient with his crossbow, but he is an elf, so he's proficient in bows. Lizelle is it looks like still proficient in light crossbow, as is Gale. All right, do we have any armor upgrades that we're able to use? We picked up quite a lot. So we've got some scale mail. That'd be good for someone that's getting close up. Get our AC adjusted a little bit. And that looks to be about what we're going to be able to do with the setup that we've got. Before I get too much more ahead of myself, let's clear out our bags a little bit too, just to not have this stuff eating up space and weight. So I've found that when I'm using the bags and stuff that I lose track of the things that I've got and they just end up accumulating. So I don't carry alchemist bags and I don't carry camp packs. I do keep a key ring on the main character, and then as other characters accumulate keys, I'll just drag them in. All right, so that looks pretty good. I don't think we have any gloves that we can use. We've got some spare weapons, no armor upgrades. I think we're all right. All right, so to start the fight, the safest thing to do is to just cast Enhanced Sleep and jump up here and just have your entire party fight up on top. We did that in the last video. It's basically a guaranteed win. In fact, if you don't do anything, Zevlor will pretty much just clear this entire area out. The archers won't shoot at him. They'll just come over and shoot at the door, so he'll just pick everybody off. Essentially, the only people that really stand to do any real damage to him is the leader, and probably won't last long enough. So Zevlor would pretty much solo the fight. We're not going to do that because we're trying to do like a tactical run here. But before we get started too much, let's have Asterion kick on his symbiotic entity. Get our vampire glow going. He's kind of shines now. And nobody else really has any pre-buff stuff yet. So oftentimes when this fight starts, the party is just sort of running into here. If we want the best shot at doing stuff, we can bring people in and try to kill off the back line by sneaking up to this fight, it's believable that you would sneak up to the fight. And so that's what we're going to do when we're coming in. If you want, I can record something like this where we just bumble right into the fight as well.
Open the bloody gate!
And we get this thing, and we see Batman jump in. And what a terrible initiative roll. These guys are going to get wrecked. So you can see the huge amount of damage that Gale took, right, was from the Fury of the Small. Right, so when the goblins do damage to a human for the first time because they're bigger, they do more damage. So just totally will wreck your day. So we'll take a potion. We're not very good at attacking. Let's take a look at our sight lines. If we try to bring someone up while this person is here, we've got a problem. So we're just going to drop all of our missiles and see how much damage we can do. Alright, so that cleared out a little bit. We're going to take Asterion and we'll bring him in. And we're going to come up from behind this guy and see if we can't take him out from sort of a sneaky attack. And again, we were just trying to get the sight line off of here. If Gale had won initiative or if these guys had been slower, they wouldn't have been able to pivot. And you'll have that. That's how stuff goes. You know, not winning initiative is pretty common. The way you combat that is by using alert. Okay, so we'll step up, make sure we've got our hand-to-hand weapons. I'll have to light this up. There we go.
A nice touch.
And we'll just go ahead and attack this guy. We'll just start off with our secondary attack. Probably should have gone for both on that one. We're going to bring in Shadowheart, not via that path. And our next most dangerous opponent is this Booyag. He does a lot of damage in single shots. There's no one really close to him, though. So we'll try to get some fire on our weapon. And we'll take a shot at him. Not bad damage. And we still don't have Lae'zel in the fight. And we would be better off sort of claiming the high ground here and shooting, throwing down. But we missed with our attacks. We rolled poorly on initiative. And here, it looks like the sight line extends all the way over, so we're just not going to be able to sneak past that. So she does have a ranged attack, so that's what we're going to use. And while we're still not in combat, we'll dip that weapon. And we got the bad guy that we wanted. So at this point in time, we'll have Gale end his turn. Just grab whatever's in there. See what Aridin does. Attack the dog. Zevlor is going to kick off a rally for everybody. And do a ton of damage. Good job, Zevlor.
My sickle and sword. Scout! Get to the high ground! Raiders! Sharks and bastards! For the absolute!
She's probably going to try, yeah, she oftentimes will just try to run away. She's going to get wrecked. Okay. So we're coming back around to end their characters' turns because they entered into combat. So we see Asterion does enough damage to kill that one just in one hit. And we'll run forward and we'll use our reaction attack to do a little more damage. Shadowheart still has her secondary weapon. She can't get anywhere, but she'll pull her weapons out.
On the move.
And we could get closer to this mess, but it's not worth the effort. Let's take a look at who we've got. So Zakrug isn't going to get hurt enough for it to be meaningful. We might actually be able to kill this brawler, so we'll try Magic Missile again. And we've already leveled up. This round, he will Action Surge. Ooh, and a crit. Nice shot. The crits flying all over the place. And yeah, he's going to heal Gale. That was nice. All right, so here we've got our line of guys. And we'll start off with Asterion. Let's move forward and loot. And see what we've got here. So the Bugbear does a lot of damage, can't quite reach it. We can come in on this dog, so that's what we're going to do. We'll start off with our offhand attack. Miss. Oops. We'll try our main hand attack. And we're getting that extra necrotic damage. And we'll try our reaction attack. This is going to mean that if it tries to run away from us, we wouldn't get that attack off. And almost got it. We'll see if Lae'zel can't finish it off, so we're going to run up and try and hit it with our longsword. Missed. That does, however, open up unarmed strike or our double unarmed strike. We'll just try the unarmed strike. This fight's going really well for us so far. And we'll do a little more looting because we can.
Let's end this.
Alright, Shadowheart hasn't cast a spell yet. We've got this Bugbear with 20, or Zakrug with 26. Try and focus the Bugbear down. We're going to cast Hunter's Mark. So if we hit, we do a little more damage. And we miss. And we're going to advance. And re-equip our melee weapons. This guy single-minded going after the archer. See if they provoke. Yep. Man. Just not a great plan. Wow. Big hit. Almost took him out. Alright, so we've got one spell here left. And we can see if we can do enough damage to the Bugbear. Getting close. And they're throwing healing spells around, or potions around. There we go. Bugbear's down. We're down to one target, no problem. We're going to reapply the Hunter's Mark. 12 is a big hit. And we're going to dash just to get to this guy because we have an offhand attack. And we finish him.
That was over the gate.
So, pretty straightforward. Let's finish up looting.
One step at a time. Certainly.
And we get everybody. Missed one. All right, so before we go in, we'll do a quick level and I'll end the video. Let's level up to 3. Okay, so what spells do we know? We know Magic Missile, Shield, we know Featherfall. We'd also like to know Enhanced Leap and Misty Step and all kinds of other things. So we will be making use of Scorching Ray later. Right now it's good, but not good enough to be the thing that it's absolutely demanded. Misty Step is good for repositioning, and that's really compelling, to be totally honest. I think what we're going to take, though, is Shatter. So Shatter is an area of effect attack that we can use to hit groups. For meta magic here, we're going to take Quickened, so we have the ability to cast spells as a bonus action. And that is not necessarily casting 2 spells a turn, it's casting spells as a bonus action, something wizards are not able to do. So if your Sorcerer is hasted, for instance, you could cast a spell, a Quickened spell, and then another spell in Baldur's Gate 3. So it doesn't have the restriction that tabletop D&D would have about leveled spells. So you can cast 3 fireballs around. That's something that wizards are not able to do, and it's kind of the selling point for sorcerers. Okay, so our druid just picks up a bunch of new spells. They're fantastic spells. So Spike Growth is a spell that will win fights by itself. Moonbeam is a spell that will win fights by itself. Enhance Ability is how we can get through a bunch of skill checks. And Flaming Sphere is also really good. So we'll put those in so that we have them as options. Here, we're not going to take the way of 4 element, we'll take the way of open hand. This is going to give us topple, stagger, and push. We'll mostly be using topple to knock people over. We might push them sometimes. And here, our ranger is going to select Beastmaster. We've got some additional spells. Jump is a good spell to have on characters that need to get to high places to shoot down from, so that's her. Beastmaster is going to pick up the Ranger's Companion ability, and we could swap out some spells if we wanted to, but I think we're okay with what we got. Alright, so now that we're level 3, we'll select Gale and head toward the door. And we'll head inside of the Emerald Grove and start taking care of the story with our new characters in the next video. See you there. Thanks for watching.